Hey y'all. As some of you know, I have written a children's book that doesn't have a name yet, but maybe after you've watched this video, you can send me some replies on what I should name it. Here it goes. What is it? Asked the owl. I don't know, replied the flower. Well, it is something, stated the owl. They agreed, and attempted to hoist it to its feet, and it came to. It opened its eyes, barely, slow at first. Where am I? Asked the beast. Dunno. We thought you could answer that for us. Do you know where you've come from? Asked the owl. The creature paused a minute and looked up at the sun. She wrinkled her nose and put her face to her shoulder. The light from the sun was strong, and her eyes not yet adjusted to it. The sun? Asked the plant, alarmed. No, that's that thing that it's in, grumbled the beast. Well, that is beyond me, sighed the owl. But it is nice to meet you. Who are you? Asked the beast. Well, I am an owl, and this, on my head, is a flower. The flower blushed. How did you find me? Asked the beast. We've been wandering the countryside for days, said the owl. You must be so tired, said the beast. No, that's just the thing. The sun never sets. We cannot sleep and never grow hungry or old, said the owl. That doesn't seem so terrible, replied the beast. Oh, but it is. To sleep in a soft bed, to eat wonderful food with your friends, to grow old with the one that you love. That is to live, and I surely choose living over wandering, said the flower. Yeah, when you put it that way, that does sound wonderful, said the beast. So, we are in search for the reason our sun will not set and our moon will not rise. What are you doing? Asked the owl. I can't remember. I must have hit my head so hard I forgot. May I join you until I remember? Asked the beast. Certainly, one can always have more friends, said the flower. And off they went a-walking through the meadow and to the hillside, until soon they came upon a bush. It grumbled and cursed and tossed itself about. What's the matter? Asked the beast. I can't shake out these leaves. My winter leaves are dry, and they're poking me, and they will not come out. They're so itchy, it's driving me crazy, groaned the bush. My petals won't fall either. Could it be that we're not the only ones affected by the sun not setting? The flower asked. Of course you're not the only ones, the bush said, scratching. We're all on the same planet, and what affects one affects many, he proclaimed. My goodness, this is serious. We must hurry and figure out what is causing this, said the beast. Well, make haste. I'm itchy, yelled the bush. They hurried through the forest and across a desert where it was dry, but they never thirst. They ventured for days and never dreamed. They only stopped to talk to those affected and hear the plight within the world. Like the sea lions who roared for the tide, the waves were no more without the moon, for the moon, great and mysterious as she was, enchanted the ocean, and so it waved and danced for her. Without the moon, the ocean grew slow, and soon, in sorrow, stopped altogether. The seals howled and cried as they loved the ocean and hated to see it sad. They came across a polar bear in the north, soggy from nose to paw, her home flooded from the snow melting under the heat of the sun. Her cubs, soaked and crying, urged the group to hurry. The owl, missing her own children, decided to stay and help the bear. Go, find the answer. Time is of great importance, said the owl, and bid farewell. After days and days, they sat to think beside a mountain. They had been all around the world, and not one creature, great and small, went unnoticed by the tragedy of sameness. They sat and pondered, they puzzled and pouted, until finally the beast spoke. We have wandered and witnessed the world and its pain. We've done everything and seen it all, but we never stopped to ask the one who caused it. Let us climb this mountain and ask the sun. So up they climbed. The mountain was perilous and steep. It was no place for a flower, nor a place for a beast who had forgotten its place in the world. But up they climbed, determined to reach the top. With much time and unpleasantries, they did. "You there!" yelled the flower, distempered from the climb, waving its petals with great and petally fury. "Why aren't you setting? Don't you know the trouble you've caused? The pain of the ocean, the sogginess of bears? There is a bush out there that's gone mad from itch. Have you no heart?" "A heart?" asked the sun. The sun beamed down at the flower in such brightness it turned the flower bright yellow and caused it to grow great lengths its size. "Yes, I have a heart I have loved with longer than I can remember," confessed the sun. "Then if you love, why make the world so unhappy?" asked the beast. "Because my heart is broken. I have danced with the moon for all time. She and I were one. I grew flowers for her, and at night she would have the ocean soothe me. But now she's gone, and if I cannot dance with her, I will not dance at all. I sent you, beast, to find her, to talk to her, to deliver my greatest poem. Haven't you seen her? What does she say?" asked in anticipation. "Me?" asked the beast. "Yes, you. I pulled you out of the sky to retrieve her," said the sun. I must have hit my head so hard I forgot. But no, I haven't seen her," said the beast. The sun wailed. "But I know someone who can find her. We have a friend in the north, an owl. The moon is near there, and our owl can find her," said the beast. With its largeness, the sun had only to turn its head to speak to the owl. When the owl heard the news, she flew to the northern lights to spell a message to the moon. "Come home," was all it said. The sun believed that that would be enough. And so it was. And so in a matter of minutes, or seconds, or however you can measure time without the day and night, the moon came. There was a silence at first, as they gazed into one another. All the world watched as the great love enchanted them, until finally they spoke, both at once. "Where were you?" they asked. Surprised, the moon said, "I've waited for you for so long." "And I have waited for you, but you left me," said the sun, somber. "Never would I ever. The earth was in my way, and you could not see me. We are not the only cosmic dance at hand, and must respect the ways of the universe. You should always know that even when I am far away, and even if you cannot see me, I love you, I love you, I love you," stated the moon. The sun became shy, and the moon became shy. "Come, beast, it is your time," said the sun. Confused, the beast stood before the sun and began to float. The beast began to go black, and little diamonds floated on every corner of her body. She floated up past the sun and into the darkness of the moon's side. She spread herself across space and glowed for the whole world to see. With her in place, the stars began to align in shapes all across the sky. "Behold, the constellation Ursa Major, my poem to you, for you to remember for all time that I searched for you, that all of the world stopped, and without you, nothing may continue. With our oneness, life and all things within it are possible, said the sun lovingly. They rejoiced and began to dance. With them together, the world was right and time was real. They rose and sat and were understanding when sometimes they could not see each other. The oceans clapped and foamed in celebration. The beasts shined for all to see. The owl returned home. The great landscapes of the world knew seasons again, and somewhere an itchy bush sighed in great relief.